Hi everyone, I've been involved in the recruitment and training of many salespeople over the years, and I often get asked, what makes a great salesperson? Now, an analogy that's often used is great salespeople are made up of one part magic and one part learned skills. So the one part magic is said to be those intangibles like being warm, friendly, engaging, convincing, or possessing the proverbial gift of the gab. While those one part learned skills are generally the mechanics behind the job. So for example, this could be the selling system that you use to take a prospect by the hand and guide them through the sale. It could be your admin skills. It could be your product and competition knowledge, or how to follow up effectively using a CRM. And arguably you could even say that given enough time and practice, that those so-called intangible skills could be eventually learned as well. Now, it's definitely possible to learn how to become more empathetic or how to engage more effectively by adjusting your tonality and voice inflection. Now, so this analogy of the one part magic, one part learned skills correlates very nicely with what clients want from salespeople. Because when they're surveyed, the top two things that come up time and time again is they want competence and character. So from a client's perspective, they've got to be thinking, well, if I have to deal with a salesperson, then they should at least bring some expertise to the table. Help me achieve my goals or make the whole process as painless as possible. And of course, I want to deal with someone I get along with as well. So from the what perspective, what makes a great salesperson? These dovetail nicely together and make a lot of sense. The client wants competence and character, and the salesperson delivers competence and character. Now, as good as this analogy is, there's something else that we need to consider as well, and that is the why. So in addition to what makes a great salesperson, we should also be asking, why is the salesperson so great? So when we look at the why, it makes us kind of examine the salesperson's state of mind rather than those sort of learned or innate skills. So I'm going to cover two whys that I know are going to give you a big bang for the buck. So no surprise here, my first why is drive. And people who are highly driven get things done, no matter the obstacles are put in front of them. And they always manage to find a way around them. And of course, what they lack in raw talent, they can always make up with their grit and determination. Now, as we all know, motivation comes from within. So not only do we need to find a spark inside us, but we also need to be able to figure out how to maintain that as well. And of course, that's easier said than done. So one of my old mentors used to say to me, and it's so important, especially in sales, is that you need to take mental ownership of the job. So regardless if you report directly to somebody or not, you have to believe that you're doing the job for yourself. And ultimately, you're responsible for your own success. By taking mental ownership, I realized the job was more than about me just hitting corporate objectives. It was really a vehicle that I could use to succeed in life. So when I really truly took mental ownership of the job, I then really believed that I was doing the job for myself. And I was able to enjoy my successes even more because they were my successes. And I was also able to learn more from my mistakes because they were my mistakes. So the second why I have is belief. And this can be in yourself, your abilities, the company you represent, or how the product or service that you offer will have a positive effect on your clients. Or it can be a combination of them all. And there's no doubt when you have conviction and belief, clients are going to sense this. And they're going to be more inclined to do business with you. Because if you think about it now, who would you rather do business with? A salesperson with certainty of confidence or somebody who has doubt and lacks enthusiasm? So how do you get this belief? Well, one way you got to do it is you got to sell yourself completely. And you got to make this the most important sale of your life. And you got to continue on making this sale to yourself over and over again. Now, this sounds like a bit like brainwashing, and to a point it is. So a good way to test your belief is to answer the following questions. So the first one I have for you is, why should I buy off you as opposed to somebody else? And the next one is, why should I go into debt to buy your product or service? And the last one is, why should I do it right now as opposed to waiting another second? Now, if you're unable to instantly answer these questions, then you're probably going to struggle along in sales. Now, there's always salespeople out there who think having a passion for the product or service they represent is unnecessary to seal the deal. And it's a bit like the old adage, we're that slick salesperson who can sell ice to the Eskimos or sand in the Sahara. Now, personally, I couldn't disagree with this more. Of course, you can make calls, you can book meetings, and you can even sell here and there. But if you really don't believe in what you're selling, then you're truly never going to find success in sales. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're interested in learning more, you can download my free ebook, 25 Tips to be More Effective at Sales, from the link in the description.